How you going, everybody? It's been a while since the last time I posted something. Sorry if this one here is a little bit sporadic, but I'm kind of working on about half a dozen things at once here, so the desk is a little bit all over the place. Right now, I'm working on this alarm clock here. If I can just hang on. Let me just. There we go. This 1905 Waterbury spasmodic alarm, sold by Civers Endeavors in York, Philadelphia. So this clock, so 1905 means this clock is 119 years old. It is the oldest thing that I own, but it is also one of the most worn out. You can't exactly run a clock for 119 years without something going wrong with it. And on this particular clock, we have these little, so with most alarm clocks, you would essentially have a balance wheel here, which is essentially the tail end of the escapement mechanism, which allows the wound spring to regulate time through the hands. On this clock here, after 119 years, or for however long this clock was running, the balance, the points on the balance arbor here had essentially whittled away the material right in here, in these little things called the balance wheel cups. So how this works is that this here is a more obtuse angle to these ones, angles here. So essentially the arbor is just running on these 2 points here, which means that there is the minimal amount of friction without requiring, extremely tiny little ball bearings. But again, after many decades, this here wears out to essentially, again, where the rocking back and forth, it just mines its way down towards gravity. So how you would fix this, and how I kind of fixed this here, is I've made this tool, which is essentially a mirror of this here. This here is just cut from from an exterior galvanized nail. Ideally, you would want to make it out of high-speed steel, something like this Dremel part just here, which has the same kind of diameter and things like that. Ideally, you would want to do this on a lathe, so you could essentially get exactly perpendicular, but with this quick little method here, I was able to get that in there and get the balance wheel running true and perpendicular to gravity, which is fantastic. And how I did this is I just mounted this here into a standard Dremel, and I used a polishing compound like Autosol to act as the abrasive compound in this. Using a type of polishing compound means it doesn't need to be polished any farther, and looking at this close up, that whittling that had been caused by the balance arbor is no longer there, and I'm very happy about that. So if anybody's sort of looking to get into clock making or even clock repair, there are these little things that you can do without needing any specialty tools. In this case here, I'm able to get this clock running fairly true and fairly okay, just using simple tools like Dremels, files, things like that, in order to get this working properly. Thanks, and good luck. Hope to talk to you soon.